What is going on, people? It's your boy CK2K with your other boy B Wizor Wars World. How y'all doing? Welcome back to Coast. Late showing tonight because we just came off of Game 2. But B War, how you feeling, my guy?
I feel fantastic. What a game! What a game!
Yeah, what an ending, man. Warriors just gave the freaking Raptors so many chances. But the Raptors blew it as they lose Game 2 and the series is tied 1-1. And we are going to Oakland Wednesday. When's Game 3?
Wednesday,
ladies and gentlemen. Wednesday. We're gonna be talking about that. We're talking about Game 1. We're gonna be talking about the draft coming up here in 2-3 weeks. We're gonna talk about some free agency stuff. We're talking about some stuff that happened in the news. All kinds of fun stuff in a shorter space of time because we lost a half an hour. But that's no problem. We still got a whole hour and a half. But I'm glad to be back, man. Memorial Day weekend was last weekend. What'd you do, dog? Did you do anything?
Busy with the fam and
Yeah, same.
had some fun, and Steven and I took a week off too as well for the not coast to coast. That's Tillman and Warren show. So
well, y'all show was on Memorial Day, so that makes sense. I understand that.
Yeah. But like I said, we were just dealing with family and stuff like that, and there wasn't too much news going on at that time. Sure, afterwards there was more stuff to talk about, but we'll get to that tomorrow. So
yep, I mean, yeah, you guys got a full show. Lakerland, y'all just love bringing news for yourself, so you guys got stuff to talk about for sure tomorrow. Oh, big gulp of water. Sorry about that. Bad timing. But what's up, everybody? Shout out to Astral is off the chain, being the first person of the day today in the chat. My guy Sammy So. Why did it? Hold on, let me show that. I don't know why it was hiding that. Of course, Melvin, Chris Tiller. That's right. The Regs, Fitz. Welcome, everybody. I'm glad you guys showed up after us missing a week. I did let you guys know a little bit later. I do apologize because I thought maybe we can come back, but nah. It was I just took the weekend, and Brandon same doing family stuff, and I think that was the best decision for everybody. So now we're back in full effect because we are approaching the draft, my guy. For those who don't know, we will be streaming the draft the whole first round. All the shenanigans. Brandon will be here along with his co-host and close friend of both of ours, Steven Tillman. He will be in attendance.
building.
He will be in the building. My little brother, the Clipper fan, Nick Morrell, y'all get to know him. He'll be in the building. We might have another homie who's another YouTuber. He'll be in the building. It's going to be a fun time. We'll be talking to you guys in the chat. We'll be reacting together, crying together. It's going to be fun. I'm excited for that, but that's in a few weeks going to that. But, yeah, man, it's going to be lit. Kid
Lakers
Blue,
fans,
what's up, homie?
We can't lose.
You can't lose. You can lose, but I don't think you will lose.
No. Wait, how can we lose?
You guys can draft the wrong person at 4 and have him just be a nobody. I mean, that's anybody, so that's what I'm saying. You could lose, though.
I don't. Drafting wise, we've been pretty solid the last 4 or 5
look,
years.
I'm not saying you're going to. Don't get defensive, Brandon. I'm just saying
There's
a possibility for you to lose, but you won't. I also said that you won't lose, Brandon. Relax. Don't get defensive on me.
You know why I'm defensive?
Because you don't want to lose. I get it.
No, every night I'm looking for that video of Chris just talking about the Lakers. I know what days he's hosting, so I'm looking out. I'm just like, ooh. Do I go in on him now or do I wait? Do I just wait?
I let the fumble be my place to Laker hate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I let it be known there. I don't have a reason to say it over here, but anyways, a bad game about Golden State, and they still pull it out. Pull it out. I don't know what you meant to say. This is the beginning of the end. I don't know about that. The first half was just rough. Good for the Raptors to do what they did. But then in that third quarter, the referees started trying to get a little flex their muscles a little bit. Flex their whistles a little bit. Got a little frustrating. But yeah, both teams did not play entirely great offensively. But the Warriors did what they need to do to stay ahead, and you can't let them do that. But yeah, we'll go into more detail about that. And Game 1, the great Game 1 that happened earlier in the week. Before we even go on to it, it's tied 1-1. Brandon, what's your thoughts on the series, bro? You think it's going to be Raptors or who you got?
I'm happy this tie 1-1 because last couple of series have been blowouts, and I'm
Predictable.
sure everybody's sick of what is it, June 15th if or June 3rd where the finals ends, and then you got to wait damn near a whole month before the draft begins. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to see what happens. I don't think it's going to be a 5-game a gentleman's sweep, because
Okay.
both of these teams are just too good.
Yeah.
So the Toronto's going to make some adjustments.
Yeah.
The
We saw the
Warriors are
Warriors
going to
do it.
the Warriors are going to get more healthy
Mm-hmm.
as time progresses in this series, and so we'll see. We'll see. I'm excited. This is a good
It's
series.
been fun. It's been everything I expected. A lot of people were upset that the Raptors moved on because
Mm.
they thought it would be a better series for the Warriors and the Bucks. I disagreed the entire way, and we were getting the kind of series I expected, man. Because the
Yes.
Raptors, especially in the end of the Bucks series, we saw the others do what the others have been doing for that Raptors team, and what got them to be as good as they were the entire season. They stepped up.
Hmm.
Mind you, that being said, they didn't do that in Game 2, other than my guy Van Fleet. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun series, and
Yeah.
I'm excited for it. I think they're gonna steal one in Golden State. I think it's gonna go to distance.
Yeah.
I'm sticking
Yeah.
with my prediction though. I'm gonna double down. I've been
You said
saying it. I'm gonna keep
you
my
said Toronto
Raptors.
in 7,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
I wanna drop a game just to be that guy. So if it happens, I could be like, I said it. But no, I'm gonna stick to 7. I'm gonna stick to 7. Uh,
Fair. That's fair. That's very real too. I mean,
yeah, it's not as
like
crazy. It's not crazy.
no,
You know what I'm
it's not
saying?
crazy at all.
It's not a crazy thought to have. Which would you say who you got? And in how many
I
games?
I have Warriors in 6 because if it goes 7, the Raptors are winning.
You think so? Because they're
Yeah.
going back home.
Yeah.
Game 3 blows them out of the building. You think so, Fritz? Someone got no faith in Toronto. Toronto will win. Leo said, "Okay, I see you." Different Leo, not our Leo. Brandon, stop looking stupid and answer. Stop. Whoa, maybe it is.
Damn. I
God,
offended someone. Jeez.
Dang, Leo. Anyways, but yeah, Brandon, he did his answer. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. Anyways, but yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about this series. It's gonna be fun. It's been fun already. Even the end of this game, even though no team could score, nobody could find a bucket at the end of this game. The last 2 minutes literally was just you couldn't. It was exactly
Sitting
how
on
it
the
should have
edge of
been.
your seat.
Yep, 100%, 100%. But game 1, can we go back to game 1 though? We don't have to break it down. I just have to talk about, and we're not gonna sit here and talk about Drake. So if you want to hear about Drake, tune in tomorrow on the Fumble. We'll be talking about. We should be talking about the game, but we're gonna end up talking about Drake more than anything else on our live stream. But as far as the game is concerned, because we didn't get to have it. I mean, we didn't have a show between game 1 and now. How did you feel seeing the Raptors come out with all of it hanging out, looking like they did, coming in like we're not gonna roll over and just let you guys win? Did it look like fake news, or did it feel like for real for you when you saw that game?
You talking about the Warriors?
No, Raptors. I'm talking about game 1.
Raptors?
We're going back to game 1.
Oh,
Raptors came out tough.
I would expect them to do, because they were coming out with the most rhythm. People talk about rest and how it's crucial for an NBA team. I think as a player standpoint, I think if you have a certain rhythm, knowing that okay, if we're gonna play every other day and not just 3 days out of the week, or we don't play until 2 weeks from now. I think that's going to throw off your psyche, your preparation, all that stuff. Because, like I said, nobody in NBA, especially in this NBA, where you have consecutively 10 days off before your next game. So I already knew ahead of time that the Warriors are going to come out a little sluggish. Shout out to Steph Curry for coming out and being the only Warrior that was really ready to play offensively.
He was playing, yeah, for sure. Well, you mean you're talking about game? We're talking about game 1. That's right. You're right. Sorry, I was gonna defend Draymond, but nah, Draymond had a good game too. Yeah, no one else showed up in game 1. Now here's something we saw it in game 2. I mean, game 1's hindsight by now, but I'm curious for your thoughts at that point, because again we get to talk about it, but we did see this question answered. But watching game 1, did you think that they should have just let Boogie play. Not saying start him, but they should have just let Boogie play and try and figure it out, because we were finding out, as I understand that you want to keep rolling with what was working beforehand, but when you go into the half, seeing that even those guys like the Jerebkos of the world and those kind of guys that were kind of working for you in the round before weren't working anymore. So you come in second half and just be like, Boogie, just give us some minutes, because his last series of play before he got subbed out. Again, this is game one, so if you don't remember, I completely understand. But because he looked bad, he looked rusty in the first half. But his last series, he was starting, get into his flow, moving the ball. He was getting some nice assists, pocket passes, doing what he does, post move, getting everybody set up. But then he only wrapped up with I think 10 minutes anyway. So he had this little streak and it bounced. Yeah. So we saw it tonight. But when you were watching, did you think it was one of those things like, Boogie got to figure it out? Or you think, just play the guy. Like, you got to let him play, because, I think the best way for him to get through it is to just play through it.
I think it's about matchups, honestly.
Yeah.
With Marcus 100%. All out there, I think he's obviously they're going to bang and they're going to body up with one another. But DeMarcus is such a skilled player overall. I don't think you can not play him, obviously it's not, he's a ball stopper in terms of you have to throw it to him, and that's not the Warrior way of all the time, but it works for them.
Yeah.
And, as you can see today, he did play pretty well in spot minutes. There was times where, he was a step behind, or
you could tell he was gassed.
Yeah. Where there was a lot of times where he was breathing heavy and you could just see heavy. It. So he's going to work his way through this series. Just like when Kevin Durant comes back, it's just going to look like, okay, Kevin, whoa, slow down there. You work yourself into it and stop making the game, or you come to the game instead of, vice versa. I think it's something that you're going to have to play with them, whether it's 15 minutes or 25 minutes. That just depends on how well he's playing that day. If he's not playing so super well, Kevin Looney is a really good guy. Or you have, small death lineup, and that's always been working for the last 6 years or so.
Yeah, what do they call it? The Hampton Five? No, that's not the Hampton
Five. The Hampton
KD's
Five
included though. KD's included in the Hampton. So you're right. The death lineup you had it right. I was wrong.
Oh, okay.
Because the Hampton Five is with KD. The death lineup that they had was when Iggy comes in and Draymond's at the 5. So you're right. I was wrong. Yeah, Edgar, I was gonna say that too. He said I would argue that KD is more of a ball stopper than DeMarcus Cousins. Yes. Because Boogie can stop the play, but like Brandon had said, he moves the ball at the same time. So when he does stop, he's not entirely stopping to get himself going. He'll stop, but he's also looking for that extra pass, which is why I love the combination of him and Draymond Green. I think that's so slept on. I think that they work so well together. I know we only got a sample size of it throughout the season because, Boogie was missing a lot of time. But yeah, I mean, of course, KD brings that, he can bring that one-on-one presence, no doubt. That's his game. But at the same time, I feel like he does flow within that offense pretty well, as we have seen as well. And yeah, once he gets on the court, it's gonna be a different beast. But as of right now, because that might not happen until Game 4. As of right now, we saw it tonight. I think the Warriors they did their own. They should not have won tonight's game. I don't care what anyone says. Raptors got a lot of great shots. And this is not me being biased. I'm just being from what I watched in that fourth quarter.
It's true.
They had a lot of great open shots that they missed. Should have been tied many times. They should have had a lead. But that didn't happen, and the Warriors survived. And, that's what happens in the finals. You can't let that team survive because now they're coming back home, and we'll see what happens.
And Klay Thompson was out.
Yeah.
This is definitely a winnable game that Toronto should have not even stole. They should have just wholesomely took it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't there. It wasn't there for them tonight. I'm really surprised Kawhi hasn't been – well, Kawhi, okay, he did show up a little bit towards it, but Kawhi hasn't had that statement game where it's like, I'm the best player in this series. I don't care if Kevin Durant's here
You're
or
right.
whatever.
And tonight should have been that game. You can see he tried, but the defense was there. They were on him a little bit heavily defensively. But game 1, he didn't need to because they were just letting SCP kill him. So it was like, I'm going to get my quiet 23 over here, but look, Pascal out here doing what he got to do.
Yeah.
But I agree. And I feel like that's one of those games are coming more so in Golden State than we were going to see at home, because that's the time that you need a guy like him to step up, is when you're away and you're playing in someone else's house. We'll see. Give Golden State their credit. How much more credit do you want us to give Golden State? Were you not listening to anything we just said? Like, no one's hating on anybody. Yes, I do pick the Raptors, but I mean, look, at the same time, I'm giving Golden State their due. They played well, but we got to be real. If we all watch the same game in the fourth quarter, Golden State they did not capitalize. What's it called? Mike Breen even said it. He said Iggy's 3 was the first bucket they had in the last 3 or 2.5 minutes. So I mean, I'm just saying they were giving the game away, and they survived. Mm-hmm. I saw some up here I wanted to address before we move on. Bilal, my guy, I see you, my guy. Willis J. Boogie was cooking tonight. He looked good. He still looked, like Brandon said, looked a little slow. But yeah, I'm glad that they played him the minutes, because I think Boogie's that kind of guy that will figure it out as he plays, and we saw it tonight. Damn near got a triple-double, just like Draymond. Yep. He played well. I'm not a big Draymond guy, but I do like seeing Draymond and Boogie on the court together. That's fun. That's fun because both of them are very unselfish.
A lot of high IQ. Well,
no, Boogie, yes, basketball wise, yes.
Boogie sometimes he'll just. I think that's more of his emotion that just make his IQ. So when he's in the right mindset.
Emotionally, yeah, okay. Yeah. But basketball wise, I'll give it to Boogie. But yes, when the emotions kick in, then that basketball stuff, 100%, 100%. I'll give you that for sure. The Raptors should have, would have, could have. I watched the game. The refs gave the Raptors opportunities to come back and forth. But you a Raptors fan, aren't you, JV? You a Raptor? Or I'm sorry, you a Warriors fan. That's what I meant to say. But yeah, man, everyone is entitled to an opinion, my guy. Who's Mark? Draymond manhandled Pat. He did. He did. He kept his word. But again, it's a long series, man. It's a long series. Lakers fan all day.
Draymo was definitely giving up the booty on game one.
Yeah, facts. He just was like, I don't know what to do about
layups, jump shots. It didn't matter. Pascal was having it all.
Facts. Yeah, the refs working night. Yeah, man. We had said that at the top. The refs. Anyways, I almost went on a Twitter raid about that because you know me and my refs, Brandon. But I didn't. I took it back. I didn't do it. I'm like, you know what? I shouldn't care enough. Patrick, what's good, my guy?
I'll take these refs over the regular season refs.
Yeah, everyone except for my guy. What's his name? Malloy. What's his name? Malloy? Yeah, I can't stand him. I can't stand. That's the tall white dude that looked like a dick. And I don't mean like he's a jerk. I mean he actually looks like a walking. Anyways, I'm gonna move on. I can't stand him. He's the one ref I just cannot. I can't handle. CK, for you to think the Raptors is going to win, you need what? You need his Knicks card pulled.
Damn. Why?
Why does the Raptors? Who's Mark? He is so. He wants. I don't know. I don't know how the two connect, but sure. I don't know what games you was watching, but yeah, I do think the Raptors can win this series. I don't know how crazy that is. Raptors in 6, Kawhi Finals MVP.
The whole Knicks card, remove it.
Yeah, no, remove it because I'm making a take about the Raptors. I get it. Look, that's another thing too. I had this argument with somebody else talking about like, how can you be rooting for the Raptors when they're in the same division as the Knicks? What kind of rivalry have the Knicks and the Raptors ever had in the history of our division? None.
That I can recall.
None. They just in the same division because they're in Canada and they're not that far away from all the teams that are in the division. Stop. I'm not gonna sit here and root for Golden State. And again, like you said, because you said you were going for them in 6. That could happen, but I'm staying strong. I just feel like when the Raptors play from man 1 to man 12, or 10 because they played 10 or 8. How many? 10. They go 10 deep, right?
If they go 11 and 12,
Yeah, that's too deep. Not for, especially for the playoffs.
I know who players 11 and 12 is.
It's come on, man. It's Mr. Nick himself, man. Linsanity number 12, man. Jeremy Lin is number 12 on that roster. I don't know who the other one is.
Not playing.
There's a big reason. Van Fleet is one of the bigger reasons, but yeah, they fleeced the Knicks. I'm saying that's what. But was it a rivalry? It was never a rivalry. We just could not beat them when they were okay. I'm not even say good. I could never say they were good up until Chris Bosh. I'm sorry. I will never give them the credit like that.
Well, you remember that year with Chris Bosh, and he was a rookie, and Carter was still there, right?
I think he had him for a year, 2 years before he went to New Jersey.
Okay.
Son, how is Americans rooting for them soft as Canadians? You gonna be rooting for a Canadian next year if you a Knicks fan, so you need to quiet that down. We getting the Canadian in the draft on June 20th, my guy. Speaking of the draft, I'm gonna use that as the perfect segue. The draft is coming up. Everybody and their mama wanting to include their draft picks to move around. There's been all kinds of stuff. The Cavaliers now want the Knicks pick, which if I saw that report, I'm laughing and just turning and closing my phone.
Cleveland
there's obviously the Anthony Davis stuff, huh?
Cleveland deserves nothing.
Cleveland,
I will forever say that
because that's your favorite GM in the entire world.
Nope.
GM, excuse me, owner. I forgot that man's the whole owner of that team.
Mm-hmm.
What's it called? The Lakers and the Knicks think they're still in the AD sweepstakes. What's the newest one that we're seeing today was Ja Morant going through some surgery. It's supposed to be some light surgery. He'll be fine for training camp and summer league and all that fun stuff. But he going through some minor surgery, and now the Grizzlies are pulling back on their guarantee on Ja Morant.
Really?
So RJ Barrett might be in their wings. They might take him up. They offered him, or not offered, they asked to work him out. My man RJ turned him down and said, no. He's like, I'm trying to get to number 3, but that's nice. Appreciate you guys for that. There's a lot of stuff going up. What's it called? My guy Cam Reddish is working out nicely in the workouts, and he's jumping up to as high up as you guys. A lot of people mocks are putting him at number 4 now. 4 and 5.
I've seen that. Which is, I mean, not opposed. Like I said, we cannot lose in this draft. Either we pick a player or we're trading it for something else. No way. There's no way we can.
Y'all gonna find a way to figure it out. Jeannie Bus walk in. She like, all right, I'll take it from here, guys. At the 4th overall pick, the Los Angeles Lakers select LiAngelo Ball from Lithuania. Jeannie's like, my work is done. Okay, I'll see you guys in training camp.
Great job, guys.
Man. Yeah.
Great job. Great work.
Dang, you guys going in on this. Everybody wants RJ now. I know. That's what I'm saying. Everybody leading up to this damn draft was talking about, RJ can't do this. RJ's just a wannabe that. RJ's just a Tim Hardaway Jr. Now all of a sudden.
Just like that?
Oh, yeah, that's how every other NBA team, and the fans too, all these fake fans out here hating on them. And now all of a sudden, the Memphis Grizzlies, hey, RJ, you wanna work out with us? We would love to pick you at number 2. The Cavaliers out here trying, man, all of a sudden, everybody trying to snag up on RJ Barrett because he having good workouts, and people are actually realizing, oh, wait a minute, he's a good player. I can't stand people. I'm gonna be so mad when I hear him go to number 2 to the Memphis Grizzlies. I'm already expecting it.
What's up with this whole thing? I saw your video. What's up with people wanting to get more, like, trade back?
Bro. Oh, my God. And then the freaking report got released. Thank God it got debunked. But did you hear about that this week?
I heard about that too. Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't think twice of it. And then I saw your video, so I was like, oh, maybe there's some traction behind this little weak report. But
literally the next day after I released that video, it came out that it was actually a thing. That what I was basing off in my video was literally just off of other people's ideas. I was, of course, some people in my circles on Twitter too, but then of course, like, people in the comments were saying it. And I'm just like, why would we do that? Next day, leave it. Never. Lo and behold, The Knicks are thinking about trading down for the 8th and 10th pick to the Atlanta Hawks for this and that body. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. Because that makes sense. That makes sense. If we were at 4, that's a different conversation. But when you're in the top 3, especially in this kind of draft where it's that top heavy, I'm not doing that.
No.
Not doing that.
No.
The only time, even though I don't want to, the only trade I would accept for that 3rd pick is Anthony Davis. I don't want that. But I would be like, fine, that happened. Anything else, I might not be at Summer League. Let's just say that. Anything else. We can go and get Darius Garland and Cam. Nah, that would make me happy if we got Darius Garland and Cam Reddish at 8 and 10. I would take that back. I would make me a happy boy.
Then you solve your part.
Yeah, I would be a happy boy if that happened. But there's no way that neither of them dropping. Melvin, CK, what's so bad about trading down? We can possibly get Cam and more. What's the and more? Cam Reddish, as I just started off with, is not dropping no 8 or 10. If what's it called? The Lakers pass him, Cavaliers are not passing up on him. If the Cavaliers pass up on him, there's no way he's not getting picked up anywhere before 8.
What a segue.
Guaranteed.
If the Lakers pass on him, the Cavaliers are not passing him. If the Cavaliers pass on him, then the Suns are going to pass on him too?
No, the Suns will pass on him. They will. Because they're going to get either Darius Garland or they're going to get Kobe White. They need a point guard.
No, they're.
What do you think they're going to get another center?
Ball.
The Suns would do it. Talking about worst owners in the world, that man Carver is the. Oh my God! Sorry, I know that's your boy Dan Gilbert. You're a fanboy. Worst owner ever.
No. Yeah. Well, yeah.
No. All right, good. Brandon's finally over.
Yeah. No, not worst owner. Yep. I know what I said.
Cam Reddish is too soft. Oh my gosh, not dignifying that with the answer, Brandon. Cam fit. I did say that. I do agree with that. Cam does fit really well with Atlanta. I think he could fit with Brandon's Cavaliers as well. But I think Atlanta, God, he would grow into a nice player in Atlanta with dude that used to coach with Philly and he's their head coach now, black guy, Lloyd Pierce. He's a good developmental coach. What about trading for Miles Turner, CK2K? Why? What do we need with him? To take minutes away from Mitchell Robinson? No.
Y'all don't need Mitchell, apparently. Just because he didn't get a single defensive, all defensive
he didn't
team.
Get a single one. That was pretty sad.
That's why you gotta get rid of him. You've seen enough.
He's got to go.
Yeah, he didn't get it. Enough. Oh, okay.
He can't do that. Even when we had get him out.
He's a rookie and he can't. Done.
Yeah, send him out. We don't need him. Oh my gosh. Anyways, I'm digressing, and this is not about. I mean, kind of is, but anyways, let me bring it back a little bit. Back to the draft. All right. Okay. Bring it back. So we already know for sure Zion's going 1. Like, we're not even talking about that. If I heard the Pelicans were working out anybody else that's not named Zion Williamson, I'm taking that ownership away from them and giving it to anybody else. I'm going to give it to a dude at the side of the street in New Orleans.
It is owned by the NBA again. They're looking for a
seriously. And look, I'm a Saints fan, so I would be like, Gail, just stick to football. Don't even look at don't look at the Pelicans. Who do you like more, RJ or Cam with 3? Bren. It's not a good question.
Oh.
Edgar Miles Turner, good Lord. No comment. What free agents even matter that are not Durant and Kemba? Kyrie Irving, Kemba Walker. You said Kemba Walker. Stop. We're digressing. We'll get to those later. Back to the draft. So, like I was saying, a lot of teams are trying to move around in this draft. So we say this every year, though, Brand. We say this every year. We might see a lot of movement happening in the draft, a lot of trades happening, But this year, it kind of feels like it might be a little bit different. I do not expect an Anthony Davis move on draft night.
I don't expect one either.
That is not happening.
I think they want to get one done before the season starts.
Agreed.
If they are going to make a move.
Agreed.
Just the likelihood, it's not very high right now.
No, I don't think it's happening on draft night. And honestly, I'm on team. I don't think he's moving. I think that sit down with David Griffin. Yeah, I don't think he's moving. I think that sit down with David Griffin. The fact that it came out the way it did by saying that, they're going to have a follow-up or blah, 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 blah. To me, that's a nice way of them saying, like, I think David Griffin's tactics are actually working.
They had a breakfast.
Yeah. They had a breakfast, and the breakfast actually went pretty well. I don't think he's being moved. I'm going to be in the minority with that. A lot of people want him to be moved. I know you most likely do. No, I don't know if you do anymore because of what you guys have to give up. But I don't think he will be moved. That's my bold prediction for that. But he definitely won't be moved draft night. I think we're both in agreement for that.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Watch him get traded as soon as the draft begins. We have a trade to announce. What?
And it's like before the Pelicans go up, so it's just like even worse.
Yeah, so you think, oh my God, could you imagine?
Sweating.
Oh, man. Anyways, but I don't think it's going to happen. But moving off of the Pelicans, going over to some of these other scenarios that I have here with this draft. In a perfect world, things will stay the way it has been lining up. Ja Morant going to RJ3. But like I had said, now Cam Reddish is jumping up. Jarrett Culver's actually slipping a little bit. Darius Garland slipping a little bit just because of Cam Reddish's play. DeAndre Hunter's still right there next to him. As our resident, as the Laker delegate over here, Mr. War. Have you done any more looking into this draft? Are you okay with the Cam Reddish swoop at number 4? Are you leaning more towards Culver, or are you leaning towards Hunter? Or are you leaning towards Darius Garland?
I think I'm still going to stick with my original 2 that I've said. I said Darius Garland would be a good fit just in case, we were like, all right, we're trading Lonzo for, depression. Or
that's another thing too. Before you go too far off of Lonzo, because we probably won't come back to Lonzo. Lonzo has, just like we were talking about RJ Barrett, Lonzo Ball all of a sudden has been a hot commodity. There was a report that came out that every team in the league are trying to get calls in on, is Lonzo available?
Yeah.
So now people are trying to dip into that pond to try to get Lonzo Ball on their team. We've already known that there's players in the league that are, talking highly about the guy, but now it seems like the word's getting out all of a sudden. Now everybody wants Lonzo Ball. For the record, I'm team trade Lonzo just because I don't want him on the Lakers anymore. But at the same time, I do like the pairing of him and LeBron as a unbiased, Knicks fan hat off.
LeBronzo.
Yeah, I like LeBronzo. I think it works. Sucks that it's on your stupid team. But I'll look, whatever works out. But how does that make you feel before we talk about your 4th pick? You a little scared about that, or you think it's just whatever? People are just finally noticing.
No, I'm glad that they're noticing because this man's going to be a star in this league. Point blank, period. Now, are we going to trade him to you? No.
Why not?
No.
We'll take him. We'll use him better.
Not to the Knicks, not to the Heat, not to.
You can have Dennis Smith Jr., bro.
I don't want him.
He was in the dunk contest, guy.
No.
Come on, man.
No.
That's LeBron's dude, man.
No,
J. Cole would be a Lakers fan.
You gonna make me curse? Okay, you all right? I'm not. I don't care. Don't want him. Don't want him.
What about Frank Ntilikina?
No.
Want both of them?
No.
How about our second round pick with both of them? All right. Whatever.
No.
All right. Back to the draft. 4th pick. So you were heavy with Culver, Garland on a maybe.
Yeah, heavy with Garland, heavy with Culver, and my wild card was always Cam.
Reddish.
I just didn't know. Yeah, okay. I just didn't know if you can pick Cam that high, and just from his workouts and seeing what he's doing, it's kind of made me feel comfortable. It's like, hey, if we have we still have the 4th pick, and we have the option of between Garland, Culver, or Cam. I wouldn't be upset if we decided to go in that direction with Cam. So it's still up in the air. I know a lot of Laker fans are really feeling Hunter. Hunter's the only one where I haven't done enough research to be like, yeah, I want him, or no, I don't want him.
Yeah.
But those 3 players, I've been very open to selecting those 3. It just depends on our need. If we take Garland, because obviously Lonzo is gone, and we need shooting. And Culver, if we take Culver, he's a two-way player.
Yeah.
Um,
I like that fit for you guys. I
yeah.
like the Culver fit. I don't know if that's gonna happen. I would be okay with Cam. It's just my problem with Cam is y'all just so loaded at that position. He's not necessarily a two. He probably could play it, but he's not a two. He's more of a wing. Or I mean they're both wings, but more of a three. Excuse me. But we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, I like the Culver fit a lot because he's a good two-way guy. He doesn't have to be the guy right away, which is I feel like what the problem would be with Jarrett Culver. If he goes to like I like him in Cleveland, but if he goes to like a Atlanta or Chicago or stuff like that, I don't know where he's gonna stand. Maybe even to Cleveland too. Now I'm thinking about it because I mean, yeah, they got what's his name Sexton, but we'll see. Anyways, I don't know. I like him better there because then he has LeBron James and then he could just play his role, play defense, get his offensive game up.
Yeah,
he'll fit well for you guys.
A proper development for a rookie.
Yeah, 100%.
Ask a la Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, 100%. So let me before we continue the chat. Let's go to the chat. I'm rooting for Hunter. I like Hunter too. I just prefer. I think I have Jarrett a little bit of a notch over Hunter. I like DeAndre Hunter a lot too. But between the two, I would go Hunter. I would go Culver before I go Jarrett. Before I go Hunter. Jesus Christ. But yeah, I like him too.
You would go,
but
Jarrett
Lakers definitely
Culver.
can't get him. It's the same thing as the Reddish argument because they too many forwards. I mean, unless that trade happens. But anyways, Lonzo to the Knicks for the third pick. Yes, until you said it for the third pick part. So no.
I like it. Okay.
But that's comes back to my argument. The Lakers don't deserve RJ Barrett. No, I'm not giving LeBron James RJ Barrett. F all that noise.
Why not?
Because he doesn't deserve him. I'm not giving LeBron James RJ Barrett. F that crap. CK, they're having a meeting with Cameron. Yeah, they've had one meeting. They're gonna have a workout with them. Imagine Lonzo. Yes, I think that'd be fire. Walter, Money Mitch. You're saying a lot of things there, my guy Walter. Guess no more Moody yet. Yeah, Moody ain't gone. That's a given. Emmanuel who? Cameron next are far too differ heavy for modern basketball in the NBA. You could put them on the same lineup. One plays defense, the other one doesn't. They're both off. Okay. Anyways, all right, we're moving on. So that's one scenario. So that's the perfect scenario if nothing happens. No trades are made in the top. But now we're gonna play a little bit with these other trades we're looking to see that could happen. Like the one that you mentioned that would be stupid is if the Knicks trade down. Now, as an outside perspective, when you look at a draft and you see a team that has a top 3 pick, preferably the third pick, and they decide to trade down for that third pick, what is your perspective on that? Why would a team like that do something like that? Is it because go ahead.
Unless you guys are like the Boston Celtics and have the first overall pick and like bamboozle the Sixers, then no, there's no point. I wouldn't do this.
Yeah, because they dropped to 3 though, so it's like
like they were gonna draft that same player at number 1. They just decided, oh wait,
let's get some more with it.
The Sixers want this player so bad, and he's supposed to be
that's chess right there, bro.
Yeah, like they played it really well. There was the whatchamacallit was the Don right there. What's his name?
Danny.
Yes, he was the Don.
Yeah.
So, kudos to Boston for being able to figure it out. But everybody else, man. Like I don't understand that reasoning.
And that's just a deep drop. Like even that, as great of a move as that was a 1 to 3. This is a 3 to an 8 and 10.
Yeah.
Like you're still, when you move from 1 to 3, you're still getting superstar talent, a potential superstar talent in a draft like that and in a draft like this. We're moving from 3 to 8 and 10. We're going from a possible all-star superstar to a hopeful role player, maybe all-star. You know what I mean? So it's like I just don't understand the sense behind it. If this was a weaker draft, sure. I'd rather take 2 rookies than 1. But this is not the case. This is a top-heavy 1 through 3 draft, and we luckily gone 3. But again,
and you're not playing 11 people at once.
Yeah.
So
100%. And the guy that we could possibly get at number 3 was highly
touted.
Yes, and also what's the word we're looking for? Complimented by the guy that we're trying to sign in free agency. So I mean, if you give him that rookie, who knows what happens? So, anyways, but the reports came out saying that is an option, as in any drafts. You look at the trades, but they're not aggressively looking to make a move like that. So, hopefully, we'll take that for what it was.
Do you think that
go ahead,
like superstars, like, do they really care about what the team drafts? Like, they draft their guy? Because remember when LeBron
I
said,
was just gonna
really
say, I don't know if LeBron. I don't know, because we saw LeBron with Shabazz.
Yeah, I mean that's the last instance I really recall, but maybe there's others. Yeah, do you think that plays in, or is that just?
I actually do. I think it does. I don't think it's as important. I think it does. I just think with that situation, LeBron was already had his mindset on returning to Cleveland, regardless of what they did. He had that so heavy in his mind in that instance. I do feel like, I'm trying to think of one. It's happened in recent time where the player has mentioned it. They drafted him and they ended up working well together. And I cannot think of who it was. My brain's not working. But I do think it would have some sort of impact to have a player address his interest in the player that they should draft. They draft him for him, because then it puts that whole like, dang, this team will do whatever it takes to make me happy and make me, do what I gotta do for a team. So I do think it does somewhat have some sort of importance.
Okay. Just not like takes the whole cake.
No, I don't think. Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
I think that LeBron situation was just bad luck. I don't think he meant to screw him over like that. I think LeBron was just, he had his mind that this was the time to go back to Cleveland and win. But it just looked like, psych, I'm out.
Got him.
Yeah, got him. Even though Shabazz is a good player, but just he's not the guy that everyone thought he would have been. I mean, I don't know. I don't even want to say everyone. Not many people thought he would translate to the next level. But other people were saying that he was going to be the next Kemba Walker and stuff. I was like, where are we seeing that? But anyways, do you like Shabazz? He's doing good stuff in Brooklyn. Brandon Clark with the fourth pick. Jesus Christ. I'm going to be real with you.
Not my nephew.
I'm going to be real with you. I don't know what everyone is seeing in Brandon Clark like that high. I think he's a good player. I think he's a solid player. But I'm not picking him anywhere above 8.
He's going to be an NBA vet, though, for sure.
Facts. He's going to be one of those guys. He's a muscle guy that's going to...
A journeyman.
Mm-hmm. But, I mean, hey, maybe I might get that one wrong. I'll take that L if I do. I just don't see it. Kobe White to the Lakers, Suns, or Bulls? I don't know why that's being hidden. No. Why would the Lakers do that? Suns and Bulls, yeah, for sure. But I don't know why the Lakers would do that.
Suns and Bulls, and possibly the Charlotte. I was about to say Bobcats.
The Charlotte Bobcats. The Lakers. The Lakers. Yeah, the Lakers stoppers. I was
the
Lakers Kobe
killers.
Stoppers. But yeah, the Bobcats, man. That's what they'll go down in history as the only team that could consistently defeat Kobe Bryant and the Lakers. I'm taking Rui over Clark to be. Yeah, me too. I would too. I like Rui's upside a little bit more.
I still can't say his first name.
Rui Hashimura.
Or is his last name?
It's probably his last name. Rui's not that hard. It's like Ryu, but it's not like Ryu at all. I don't know where I was going with that. Anyways, it ain't like that at all. Anyways, a little bit other news. Did you hear about the RJ Hampton stuff?
Yes, that he's going pro, right?
And he's going to New Zealand. Yeah. Did you hear about the LaMelo stuff right before that?
That he wanted to go to college, and now he can only go to pro. Or
well, yeah, that side, yeah, where he wants to go to college, but they all expect when he goes to, if he tries or attempts to go to college, the NCAA is going to shut it down and not let him play because of blah 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 blah. But no, there were because I broke the story on Fumble, not a big deal. Look that up. I'm not going to break it down. But he he had his decisions down to either jump into the G League program that they have, where they get paid and you can jump straight into that and then go into the draft next year, or he's going to play overseas in either China or the Australian League, the NBL. So we just heard RJ Hampton got picked up by the New Zealand team, the Breakers. But leading up to that, some reporters for the Breakers for New Zealand were dropping some reports talking about that they were interested in Melo. Now, people were thinking that was Carmelo Anthony. So people were like, yo, Carmelo Anthony's going to leave and go to the NBL. Oh, my goodness, craziness. And then people were like, wait a minute. No, New Zealand plays for the NBL. LaMelo said this, rah, 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 rah. So then after that, they made this announcement talking about we have big news this week. Stay tuned. So everybody was like, oh, LaMelo's going to New Zealand. Oh, my gosh. Then we find out what we found out this past week. RJ Hampton's going to New Zealand. So that was the big news. Before we get into the next part of this, what's your take on on somebody like this who was completely clean, eligible, top 5 player to go play for Kansas, Texas Tech, any school he wanted to play for, but decided to go pro instead of playing NCAA? What's your take on a young kid doing that kind of move?
You know what's funny? Like, I used to think back in the day, like when kids would do this, go like from high school straight to the pro league, I was like, oh, they probably just didn't have the grades to go go to play college.
Yeah, that's
or
always what
consistent grades, Yeah. But now I think it's more of a progressive movement of let's not do the norm.
Exactly.
And 100%. let's try and do something different. I want to brand myself in a different way, so on and so forth.
Yep.
So I do think it's more so that than necessarily like, no, I suck at school or I don't care about school, so I'm not going to do that. Because I still think the education that he's going to get at Australia can still be translated to real life experiences.
Yeah, 100%.
So
because he's learning the business side of basketball, those kind of things right away, rather than jumping in and having to do class and stuff like that. So there are, I agree, there are positives of that. But continue.
Yeah, and not to mention he's going to have to learn not too much of a new language, but I'm sure if he decided to do so, he can learn different dialects of English, basically.
I was gonna say, I was say they primarily speak English out there, but I get what you're saying. Yeah.
So I think it's an option that should be explored more often than what it is right now, for all players, just because of the limitations of what the NBA is at right now in terms of your age and the high school thing. Until that gets ratified or changed, this should be an option that every kid should be thinking about if you think you're that good. RJ Hampton, from what I've seen and what I've known, is a pretty solid kid. He looks too much when he has his hair cut lower. He looks like
Dante Exum.
What's his name? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was just like, oh, how ironic he's going to
Australia. Yeah. 100%. I thought all the same things. Yeah.
But I think it's good. I think it's like I said, should be explored more often.
Yeah. No, I 100% agree. I think that's what the importance of him making this choice is. I think because there was nothing like a Emmanuel Mudiay or like even a Terrence Ferguson where he had to make that choice or else he wasn't going to play, or even a LiAngelo Ball. He chose it because what they said, what his dad said was because he had went into a tournament, last tournament of the season in spring, and he averaged 28 points per game in that tournament. And he said, you know what? Let's learn the pro game now. Let's learn the ins and outs of being a pro right now, right away. Paychecks, all those kind of things. Playing with men. Let's challenge ourselves, kind of thing. And I respect that. Because he could easily, not to say he's going to go to the next level in college and just tear everybody up. No, that's not what's going to happen. But he could easily go to that next level. Probably fine tune his game a little bit. Going to the draft. Boom, boom, pow, pow. But he chose to take a different journey about that. Play with the men right away. Play with guys that are throwing elbows and throwing all these kinds of things right
Yeah.
away. Learn that game now. Learn how to hip check and stuff like that. Even though he's little, he can't do that stuff. But yeah, I think that there's a different kind of education that comes with him playing pro over in Australia, especially the NBL, because that's a physical league and that's gonna be good for him. But yeah, I agree with you 100%. I think that that's something that should be explored a little bit more frequently by some of these top tier athletes, and I think that this is just the start of that, something like that, for sure. So now we move on to the same story, but now it's being expanded that maybe what people were thinking was going to happen still might happen. And there could be a possible team up with RJ Hampton and Melo Ball, which would be one crazy thing to see, because LaMelo can't play in college, but then he instantly goes to play for the Breakers and plays alongside another top 10 athlete in his same draft class. And basically that turned into a Duke 2.0 kind of thing, except they're playing against real men already from the jump, but it's these two, top prospects on the same team. Now, again, this is all rumor. They did go back and forth on Twitter. I was going to pull up the tweets, but I don't feel like it. But they went back on Twitter. RJ Hampton tweeted at Melo saying, so you joining or what? And then Melo quote tweeted it saying, I'm going to talk to my people about it. And then he came back out saying, is this something that could actually happen? So they're out here throwing subliminals left and right. So it could happen, couldn't happen. We don't know what's to see, but that would be hella fun to see. That's gonna bring attention over the NBL, which has been doing great. They just had a draft pick 2 years ago in Terrence Ferguson, who is on his way to be a fun player to watch. Look at that dude, jumps higher than a lot of the guys that are in the dunk contest this year. He's developing a jump shot, so he's been a nice piece for that Oklahoma City team. So we already saw that our possible rookie of the year in Luka is, he played his entire life. I mean, being that he's from Slovenia, he played his entire life overseas, and he came over here and already looked like a man amongst boys, and he's 19, 20 years old. So we're seeing that there's just more avenues for these guys to take to, be better players quicker or at an earlier age, maturing at an earlier age, excuse me. And I think that's entertaining, man. I think it's going to be fun for the game, for the sport, long term. Especially when these sanctions get changed and now we get 18-year-olds coming back into the league again, which I'm for.
It's only a matter of time.
Yeah, I'm for it. It's just I feel like there's going to be a lot of players that think that they're better than they are. They're going to do it, and then they're going to fizz out in 2-3 years. But, hey, we'll see what happens with that. But, yeah, I'm all for it. But what do you think about a possible team-up of RJ? I don't know how much you've watched of RJ Hampton's game, but a possible team-up with him and LaMelo Ball.
I've seen when you read up on these, obviously they have like, oh, check out this YouTube highlight reel of, RJ Hampton, whenever you read about it on like Bleacher Report, ESPN, so on and so forth. So I watched, things here and there, and he looks like that typical,
yes,
guy that's just bigger and faster, stronger than all of the opponents that he's playing against in
high school. Because
not to say, yeah, exactly. Not to say he's not good.
No, I know what you're saying though. I get it. I get what you're saying.
LaMelo, obviously, I've been able to watch his game pretty closely, just because he resides in Southern California. He's about 15 minutes away from my house. When he was playing at Chino, and
over there in your favorite place of Ohio, down the street from Dan Gilbert.
LaMelo, I've always said I think he'll be the best, or has the potential of being the best Ball brother, just because of his
offense. His offense is already there now.
Yeah, and like he has the mindset of Lonzo. He has the offensive game of what's his middle brother, LiAngelo.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
I think he can be that best ball brother. But that should be exciting for him. I've already seen him play in professional, and he dominated over in Lithuania
when he got the chance. But when they played actual game, I paid too much attention to this crap. I genuinely was trying. Right? That too, but I genuinely was trying to get a job with Triple B's to do coverage for them. That's not even a joke. You should already know that. I really wanted to get a job with them, so I was like paying attention to stuff and blah blah blah. Anyways, but yeah, in the actual games that they played, the coach would not play him. He started to start Jello, who gets no credit. He played really well against grown men over in Lithuania, but no one talks about that because everybody wants to talk about him stealing stuff. But but when Melo actually got to play, he would get one shot. If it wasn't the shot the coach liked, he tugged him out. But then when he was doing those Triple B challenges where his dad was coaching, yes, you saw everything you saw where he would just be tearing everybody up. But that's neither here nor there. I'm sorry. I have too much of that knowledge. I needed to bring it out because I literally sat there. I would watch those stupid Lithuania games at 7 a.m. and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Anyways, but yeah. I agree. I don't know if I don't know if I think he's going to be better than Lonzo. I see that. I know you hear LeVar saying it all the time. A lot of people are saying that he's going to be probably the finer tuned brother of all of them. He has potential to be, that next generation talent when he goes to the next level.
Yeah.
I prefer Lonzo's he has that Kawhi Leonard composure with the talent. Literally, he's already a great defensive player. He's a hell of a ball mover. He's been known to be a great offensive player. If you look at any of his scouting reports before actually playing in the league, he's been known to be a great offensive player. So that's only going to come back eventually down the line at some point. So I prefer that. Melo, he's very hot-headed. He can be one of those guys that's going to be in your face, very flamboyant, very loud. So I think that alone is going to keep Lonzo in, like, I'm the best ball brother, and then it's going to be Melo. But that's just my personal opinion. Because, yeah, he's more fine-tuned. He's already offensively savvy. He can move the ball just as well as Lonzo. He can shoot, like you said, like Jello. He can shoot with some of the even better players in his draft class. But we'll see.
It's more of so is basketball going to be his main staple? Is that going to be how he's going to make bread? Because he's a star off the court, he's a star on the court, and sometimes that stuff matters more to players off the court than on the court. So we'll see. It'll be interesting.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting. It'll be fun too. I would be looking forward to seeing. Hold on. My stupid hard drive keeps disconnecting. Sorry about that. We're back. We're fine. But it's gonna be fun to see. I hope he does. I hope they team up because I think that'd be a fun combination. NBL will get views. People are gonna actually care about that, and that's just another league to watch outside of the NBA. I mean, everybody got Reddit, so people can watch the game for free. So don't even trip about that. Yep. But yeah, I think that'd be fun. Hopefully, we'll see what happens with that. CK was really on Ball in the Family. I was on Ball in the Family, not the way I wanted to be, but I was on.
It was a low light, but hey,
yeah, it wasn't anything. I mean, it was just me starting up their whole montage about LaMelo Ball.
I mean, that's how you get your foot in the door.
Whatever, man. Look, man. That's why I told my producer over on the Fumble, you are never gonna get me to say anything negative about that Ball family because LeVar is always watching. All right, you are not gonna mess up my job. The two jobs I want to work with the Knicks, or I'm gonna work with LeVar while still talking about the Knicks. It's gonna happen. One of the two. I'm telling you.
I would love to. I would love to.
Oh God. Anyways,
LA's favorite dad, baby.
Man, he going worldwide, man. The world's favorite dad, baby.
Why did I think when you said worldwide, I instantly thought of Step Brothers.
Yeah. Oh my God. Chris Tiller can have your autograph. Get out. Zion on USA basketball team? ? I would like that. Especially now
the Christian Laettner or Anthony Davis effect?
Anthony Davis. That's exactly what I was thinking. Why not?
Well, sure.
RJ gonna be playing for Canada.
Well, who have they filled out that team yet?
No, they haven't. They literally just came out today that Anthony Davis is a maybe, and oh God, who's the other one that just confirmed that they're playing? Yeah, they're barely figuring all that out right now.
Got it.
I can't remember.
I want to go to a game this year. You want to go? I went to one.
Yeah, they play. Where do they play?
They play at Staples Center. That one year they played at Anaheim, but I don't think they're gonna. For some reason, the Lakers are not even playing at
Kemba,
Anaheim.
that's what it was. Thank you, King. Where did they play? It was out here. Where did they play when the Paul George incident happened? Was that out here? Or
That
was
was in Vegas.
Vegas. That's right. It was Vegas. I couldn't remember if it was in Cali or if it was in Vegas.
I think that was I'm pretty sure that was in Vegas. But they are playing at the Staples Center. They gave me the alert because I bought that ticket like 4 years ago, or 2 years ago.
Well, hey, so if that's confirmed, then we gotta check that out.
Yeah.
Especially if Mr. Durant comes back and he will be donning the Knicks attire by that time. even though it's about our lovely country, but it'd be nice to see a Knick representing that team since Carmelo Anthony. But hey, that's neither here nor there.
There'll be even more weight on the Lakers versus Knicks games now. Whenever we go.
I don't care. That's fine.
I'm just saying there's gonna be more weight. Before it was just like two bad teams playing against each other.
Yeah.
Forever. And then we got LeBron, and we were like, okay, the Lakers should win.
That's not true because we never got to go together. But back in 2012, when y'all were coming off of being champions and you guys were trying to get back on track, Dwight Howard era, and the Knicks were number 3 in the East at that time. That was a fun time. Remember that Christmas game? I didn't get to go to that game because that was expensive. But remember the Christmas game? Yeah, the bright orange jerseys versus the white jerseys. Yeah, that was a fun one. But yeah, since then you're right. It was just two bad teams playing together. What are the Olympics? The Olympics are after Summer League and all that fun stuff. So I want to say August and in July, August.
Literally basketball all.
It's literally going all the way into 100%, which is why I don't want KD to play in it. But hey. Just sign it on the dotted line, Katie, and then we'll figure it out from there.
Torn Achilles.
Brandon.
I don't wish that upon everybody because I've experienced it, and it's terrible. So
I think it's fine. I really think he's making an executive decision. I really think he feels like he can just sit back. He's doing too much walking for a torn Achilles. Have you seen him? You seen him? And you see him shooting and working out? He's doing too much of that.
I was not walking. Let me tell you. When
I'm talking about after. I'm talking about right now.
Yeah, I know. Like I
was.
Oh,
you were not. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hey, stop. Okay, just stop. Don't do that. Do not do that. All right, Brandon. Like I mentioned, or like I think you confirmed it. Game 3 is on Wednesday. What are you expecting? You expecting the Warriors to just be like, we're home, hot, and then they go up and win by 20? Or I'm
expecting Kawhi Leonard.
You think Game 3 is the game?
Number 2, because I don't know what Toronto's mindset is going to be after losing. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's stable or they're going to be a little razzled.
Yeah. Yes, he did, Melvin. He did.
Fully expect Kawhi Leonard to have one of those imprint games where it's like, I am the best player in this league, not Kevin Durant, not like LeBron James. I'm that dude. Mm. And then I also expect Draymond Green to continue his very good play, throughout this series. Obviously, he didn't shoot well in the first game, but he did a lot of things besides, offensively. Like he got some boards. He did Draymond things. He did
a lot of Draymond things, especially in Game 2. More so Game 2 than Game 1.
Yes, and I expect him to continue and might even have one of those. Remember playing against the Cavs and he had like that 28 and 13 and 11.
Right.
I would expect him to have one of those games. I think he's the Warrior that's going to have that game, and I think I'm going to take Raptors Game 3.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I actually think, I hope your scenario works. I think Kawhi is going to have a good game. But I think the rest of the team are going to be a little bit in the, they're going to be on that down side. So I think the Warriors are going to end up taking 3, but I expect the Raptors and then pick up and then tie it back up in 4. But I think in Game 3, I think the Warriors, I don't think it's going to be a blowout, but I think the Warriors is going to be one of those where the Warriors are going to jump on top and be up by like 5 to 10 points the entire game. It's going to be a close barn burner at the end, but the Warriors stick it out and end up winning the game. That's what I see for Game 3. But then I think they're going to turn around. I think I doubled down with you on the Kawhi. I think Kawhi's going to have a great game, which is what's going to keep the Raptors in it. I think Kawhi's going to have one of those 38, 40-point games But I don't think the rest. I think the defense is gonna be very stifling in the crowd with Oracle and Roracle. So I think that it's gonna, Siakam's not gonna play that hot. Lowry's not gonna play too hot, and I think it's just gonna be the Kawhi and Van Fleet show, and it's not gonna be enough. Yeah, but we'll see. What do you guys got in the chat? What do you guys think? Game 3 and Oracle and KD. KD's not playing until Game 4, Game 5. Probably most likely Game 5. OG was active, but they didn't play him tonight. Yeah, you can't play OG at this point. I mean, unless you absolutely feel like there needs to be some sort of change.
Like Danny Green is terrible.
But he just does too much defensively. That's the reason why he's still on the court when you don't hit those shots.
Well, I'm saying, like, even if he's not doing that, like, who else is there? There are other guards that come out. Van Fleet give you enough. Norman Powell's definitely not giving you anything. Then that's when you kind of
try
throw him out.
Yeah. Okay.
Give him like spot minutes, like 5, and then sub him out.
Yeah.
Maybe 7.
Maybe
somewhere around there. Yeah.
Maybe. I like OG. I just think that, it's just one of the things you're not sure. But the Raptors, I don't feel like the Raptors have that stigma where it's like, I think that person's going to mess with our feng shui. The Raptors I don't think that they have that kind of problem.
They don't have that
because they're such
system.
a deep team. Yeah. Because they are so accustomed to playing deep throughout the entire season. I don't think they have that issue where it's like, oh, this guy's going to ruin it for us.
Yeah.
Raptors in 4. Well, I don't know if that's going to work anymore, Melvin. Raptors in 5. Edgar, that's bold, but okay. So you expect them to win both these games in the Oracle?
So 3 in a row? Do it again? Back-to-back series?
Yep.
Or they won 4 in a row last.
They did. They did. They lost both in Milwaukee and then just said, you know what? Let's wrap this up. Patrick McCaw, he played nice in game 1. Like, he was out there hungry. I
don't know why he didn't get any burn today.
Patrick McCaw's so up and down. Yeah, and I was thinking the same thing. Why didn't he play at all today? Because he played well in game 1. I was like, oh, yeah, get your revenge, young blood.
Mm-hmm.
Raptors need to post up more. But I don't know if
post up more.
I don't know about that one, Chief.
Who are they posting up besides Kawhi?
Kawhi and Siakam, but Siakam is not, what's his name? Draymond ain't playing that fluffy defense anymore. Draymond on him. So I don't know if he's going to be able to do what he was doing in game 1. But before we get off, I have a very random story that I found today that I was like, huh?
I hope you don't. I think I know which one you're talking about.
I don't think you know what I'm talking about. Please tell me what you think I'm talking about.
The Lakers trading for Chris Paul.
No, not that one. But we can talk about that.
Nope.
I purposely did not mention that today because I am not buying the news. I think all of this is just some sort of way to get D'Antoni to quit by saying all these things. First of all, they fired all of his assistant coaches. Now they're talking about how everybody on the team's available. And all of a sudden, all these Chris Paul trade scenarios are coming. I'm not buying it. I think these are all ways to just get D'Antoni to be like, okay, this is just stressful for me. I'm leaving. But
because he did that in LA, yeah,
and with New York, Carmelo Anthony stressed me out. I don't want to do this. Oh my God, I cannot handle both Dwight Howard and Kobe Bryant. I'm out. That's just what he does. He gets too stressed out. He leaves. Magic Johnson style. But no, I'm not gonna really mention that. But I am curious. Is that something that you would look into? I mean, it'd be nice to see him and LeBron. I think that would work out. But what do you do for that trade? That contract is ridiculous.
The contract alone is the reason why.
Yeah, you don't even think about.
Chris Paul was a Laker for an hour. Okay,
sure was.
I think that'll be the longest he'll ever be a Laker. Mm-hmm. I do not want him in LA. I'm sorry. If that contract was
it's
way
the Michael
cheaper,
Conley thing.
Yeah, then we can consider it, but no, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
I know exactly what you're saying because I've been saying I would love Michael Conley to be a Knick. I want to make that trade, but when that contract, stay the hell away from my organization. That nasty contract.
You'll set you back for like another 4 or 5 years, bro.
Man,
we ain't got the time.
No. They paid you that money. You figure it out over there where you at. Yep. Don't keep that away from us. No, it wasn't the Chris Paul stuff. Like I said, the main reason why I bring that up, I smell smoke screen. That's all I smell. I smell this is just, and we're gonna find out D'Antoni's gonna quit somewhere here down the line. I think that's gonna happen before anybody else gets moved. But anyways, I could be wrong. That's just how I read it. But no, it's a random fun story. Not fun, but it's just a funny story, if anything. So we saw that, Greg Oden, making his return, going to the Big Three. LO making his return, going to the Big Three. My favorite point guard in the entire world, Gilbert Arenas, making his return, going to the Big Three.
Hibachi.
Yes, that's my guy, man. This guy is trying to make a return, but it's not in the Big Three. For whatever reason, somebody in his camp. Huh?
Is it coaching?
No, it's playing. This man is a whole 32 years old. Someone in his corner said, "You know what? I think you've made enough. You've waited long enough. I think it's time for you to make that return to the NBA." I will give you 2 guesses on who this player that I'm mentioning is. I will give you a hint. He was the number 2 overall pick in the NBA draft at some point. Shout out to my guy Montes. What's up? What's up?
Number 2. Are you talking about the 7-foot nothing giant?
Hasheem Thabeet, ladies and gentlemen. Hasheem Thabeet is trying. Good get. First of all, Brandon, can we give it? Good job, Brandon. Good job. Yes, Hasheem Thabeet is trying to make a comeback, and he wants to make a comeback in the NBA. This man is a whole 32 years old. He was picked number 2 overall by the Grizzlies. We remember that. I will admit I was on the Hasheem Thabeet train. I thought he was going to be a fun player to watch because he was a defensive juggernaut. For whatever reason, that didn't translate well in the NBA. He was a mess. He was trash.
His best years were in OKC.
That was the end of his career.
Yep.
That was the end of his career. He played in the D League in 2015. That was the last time he played any kind of professional. First of all, Melvin, disrespectful. I would not have made that kind of an intro from my sir, my king, Michael Beasley. Okay.
Show him the money.
I would pay him. If I found out he was playing on the Westchester Knicks, I'm slapping Scott and Steve. And I'm like, you're calling this man up right now. You are calling him up today. And not on no vet minimum, you give him the max immediately.
1 year max.
We have a whole max for KD. The other one, Kyrie, I'm sorry. It was a nice idea. Beasley, come on. You disrespect my guy. He's 7 feet tall. You can't teach that. You can't. And that was the biggest thing that we were hearing. You just can't teach height. Can't teach height. Nick Young, that's a good guess too. No, it was.
Nick Young was a 2nd overall pick. What?
He wasn't a 2nd overall pick, but he was washed and he's 32. I think Nick Young can still play in the league. I just think the Denver picking up guards to me doesn't make any sense. Isaiah Thomas shouldn't. I don't know why he went with them. I understand he didn't get many offers, but he could have gotten an offer anywhere else. I like the Heat are looking into him. I think that would be a fun pairing for him. But then when they picked up Nick Young, I'm like, Nick Young's not staying there.
They only picked him up because
yeah. I mean, get your money, I guess, Nick Young. Who am I to talk? Get your money, make some buckets, whatever.
And they on that podcast they talked about why he got cut.
Yes, yeah,
that was hilarious. If you guys have not seen that podcast, it's got Gilbert Arenas, Nick Young, Richard Jefferson, and Channing Frye.
Channing Frye's on
pretty much all the everybody
but
on
the squad
Nick
plus
Young.
Nick Young.
Yeah. And they just talk about life. They talk about their some adventures they had in college and in the NBA. Hilarious. Yeah. I found even more respect for Hibachi himself, and how he got that nickname too, which is hilarious, mind you.
All his nicknames. The Gilbert Arenas was one of my favorite players of all time. But I don't care. I don't care if he was only good for about 3-4 seasons. I was a great fan. 3 or 4 seasons. Oh man, I was a fan. I was all about the hype with Gilbert Arenas, man. But yeah, so can we drop a F in the chat for Hasheem Thabeet, because he ain't making no NBA team. We'll see if teams will bring Thabeet in for a workout, give him one. Yeah, okay, that's a cute thought. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm bringing back Jarrett Jack before I even think about signing Hasheem Thabeet. I will start Jarrett Jack even if we sign Kyrie. I'll start Jarrett Jack before I even sign Thabeet to any kind of contract.
Does Jarrett Jack know how to shoot a 3-pointer anymore?
Does Jarrett Jack know how to get up and down the court without having to catch his breath? God, man, last year had me so upset when we had him as our starting point guard, and he went and got a triple double, and I was supposed to be excited about that. Get the freak out of here. Anyways, so, I was so mad. I was so mad over Frank Neely. Oh my gosh, man, I hope Frank Neely gets traded and averages 22 points per game, 14 rebounds, and 6 assists. I don't know why he gave more rebounds and assists, but I'm just mad. But yeah, man, drop it after the chat for Fourth the Beat. That ain't happening, my guy. But you know what? Whatever. Dreams can come true, my guy. Look, we'll see. Give me Dirk over the facts. Give me Dirk over. I would take Dirk right now, and he doesn't have to play a single game before I sign up the Beat.
Dirk looks like he hurt.
When he runs, it makes me hurt. Like just watching him run up and down the court, I'm like, Dirk, just sit down, my guy.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Probably a preseason workout, not even that. Maybe actually, you never know. Some team might give him something.
Yeah.
Just because just out of respect, like, yeah, you played. Like, you know, what's the name? Andrew Bynum got with that. Who was it? Was it the Pacers? What was the last team he played for?
Oh yeah,
right.
It was the Pacers. Yeah, and then that's when whatchamacallit got in his feelings. Like, are you guys gonna replace me with Andrew Bynum?
Hibbert. Yep. Yeah, Roy Hibbert. Oh God, another guy that didn't last very long. He just, I remember the Lakers got him. I was like, Kobe got his guy. That was the guy that was stopping everybody. That's a perfect signing. Because I remember I wanted that for Melo. I was like, Melo needs to get him. But then we had Tyson, so I was like, F that. But then Roy Hibbert looked like, oh man, let me see your true colors shining. Joakim Noah at the Beat. That's not even a question. You saw how Joakim Noah was playing this year? Are you kidding me?
Joakim.
I was mad we cut Joakim Noah. I was like, because he still has a good relationship with David Fizz. I'm like, Fizz, play the guy, man. But the problem is we probably would have won games, so good choice not to just let him go.
Well, even if you won, the basketball guys were nice this year. You should have played them. You guys could have got first overall pick if you started winning games. Just saying.
You're right. You're right. Basketball guys were blessing people, man.
Yes.
The Lakers, you have gone through many injury. You were once a playoff team, and now you are the laughing stock. We will give you the 4th pick. Enjoy. Memphis, you have been quiet in your ways of trying to come back to grind and grit, or grit and grind, however you say it. We give you the 2nd pick to continue that legacy. New Orleans. What the living hell have you been trying to do? Here, let's give you the 1st pick, and let's try this one again, shall we, boys? Here you go. New York. I'm going to give you the 3rd pick because I know you guys are going to cry if I give you anything else. So here you go, New York. The basketball guys, they were out here just taking names, man. Cleveland.
And next year, Chris is working on the Game of Zones project, right? There it is. That was the send a tape. Send it in right now.
Basketball gods, man. Basketball gods are no joke, bro. No joke. All right. On that note, we are wrapping it up. Shorter show today because we had the game today. We were doing a little bit of recap, but we'll get back on track next week. Things are gonna start heating up, guys. Draft's right around the corner. We're getting back to the games and the fun stuff that we do on our shows. We're getting back to all that fun stuff. But appreciate you guys stopping by, man. We had as many as 45 today. That was lit. After missing the whole week, yeah, man, y'all never cease to amaze me, man. You're back on track tomorrow?
Yes, sir. We are back. We're gonna be talking about drafts. We're gonna talk about all these quote unquote trade scenarios. We got lots to talk about.
Y'all got a lot of news to talk about. So if you feel free to go support my guy Warriors World, got his channel going over there. So give him a subscription. Watch his show every Monday. Hopefully at some point he'll start uploading again, but we'll see. Tomorrow morning, actually, bright and early, not so early for you guys, I'll be live on the Fumble. I'll be looking at the chat. I saw a lot of you guys showing some love, man. See the CK2Ks in the chat. So yeah, go check that out. We'll be talking about the Raptors game over there. Video is coming back as normal this week. But then we wrapping here. Any secret streams coming up, CK? I'm hope we're beating Spider-Man this week. I'm at the end. I got the Iron Man. I got the Stark suit. Yeah, I got that suit wrapped up, so I'm ready. Next stream, we finishing the game in the cool suit. So hope I'm praying to God Tuesday. I'm streaming over on Twitch, and then Thursday we'll hopefully be streaming 2K on this channel with if Brandon would like to join. and my brother and some stuff, and possibly with you guys. So I'll keep you guys posted as always. But other than that,
the endgame suit, you're gonna love it. I promise.
there's another suit. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
You're gonna like it.
Oh God, I'm so excited. Anyways, guys, yes, stay tuned to that. Yeah, man, fun week, fun show. Appreciate you guys as always. We have a game Wednesday. When's game 4?
I believe Friday.
Oh, so they're going back to back with that.
Yeah.
And the draft is the 20th.
Is it
13th.
the
Oh yeah,
20th?
okay, that makes sense. I'm like, wait, why is that so close? Yeah, that makes sense. That adds up because the 20th is in next week, so 3 weeks technically. Woo, it's coming up fast, boys.
And then right after that,
Summer League.
Viva Las Vegas.
Yes, sir. If y'all going to Summer League, look out for us. We gonna be there. It's gonna be lit. All right, y'all. Appreciate Chris. Appreciate you, Melvin, Kurt, everybody that's in the chat, everybody that's, whether you're talking or not, appreciate you for being here. We'll be back on track. Audio version. My audio listeners, appreciate you guys too. Yeah, man. It's lit. Let's catch you guys in the next episode. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.